My friends, it is time to say goodbye to my current craft room layout because I am upgrading my desk. I got a standing desk finally. I have wanted one for so long after all of this work from home life. And finally, with the makings from my last market, I got a new microphone set, so hopefully this audio is a lot better. And I also got a standing desk. So let's have one last look at my craft room, which is really, really messy at the moment. And then we can get to packing her up over the next few days and setting up this standing desk, which weighs so much. It is so heavy. I'm hoping my dad can help me put the desk together, but we need to clean this place up first. So let's have a look and say goodbye to her. She's literally so messy at the moment. I will hang you up at some point, I promise, little cat. Look at all of this. My half-finished March craft along goblin. He will get done. This is what my room looks like in the middle of the week when I haven't done any tidying. Goodbye. So, knowing that I was getting this standing desk and having it on the way, I actually had used this online room tool to rearrange and try and organize what my room is going to look like now, because I am also adjusting where the desk is going to go in this room. So I'm going to put that on the screen now and you can have a look and see what you think. I'm hoping that this way it'll be nicer for me working at my desk because it's not going to face the window anymore, which will mean that I'm not going to get as much glare. Half the time I have to close my blind basically because this happens. It's really glary and not that great for when I'm working. I'm also really excited to have a standing desk because my back has been killing me between working 8 hours a day and then also sitting down when I'm crocheting. I figure if I have a standing desk, I'll be able to both stand up for my meetings and things like that, but I will also be able to stand up while I crochet and still have a table that can hold my yarn and things like that, so that when I'm watching my friends' YouTube videos and crocheting along, I don't have to just be sitting down all the time. My friend has pointed out to me that I should probably get a anti-fatigue mat. I didn't know that was a thing. Is this common knowledge? I had no idea, so maybe we'll keep an eye out for that. But for now, I'm gonna just hope for the best, I guess. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to bring you with me as we tidy up this room because, as you saw, it is really messy. I would love to say it's because it's just been a hectic couple of days, but really, to be honest, it's been a hectic couple of weeks, and so it's just kind of gotten a little bit out of control. I am gonna need to completely empty the bookshelves that have yarn and stuff like that in them and empty out the dresser. There's a lot of things that I'm going to need to empty into boxes, take out of the room, completely rearrange the room. I kind of have started doing this since I ordered the desk on Monday, but there's a lot to be done. And I know it doesn't look like I did anything because I know, we can all accept the fact that it's a really messy room. That's okay. It's creative. But there's a whole bunch of stuff that I still have from back when I had a stationery shop and I don't use, and so I've reached out to a few of my friends to see if they would like things like my old sticker paper and stuff like that that is still very usable, and I must have bought it new right before I closed down my shop, so I don't know what I was thinking, but there's a lot of stuff like that in here that I just need to clean out, clear out, get rid of, have a little refresh, have a reset, and I cannot wait to redo this room. I'm actually really excited. And I need to remember that I'm really excited because I am sure once I am partway through this cleaning process, I am going to be questioning all of my life choices. Like I was that time I tried to reorganize all of my yarn at the start of last year, I guess. So anyway, I hope you enjoy tidying up with me and setting up my new desk with me, and I can't wait to see the finished result with you all. Okay, I think the first thing that I need to do is get all of this yarn out of here. I also think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. I'm not going to do my desk until the very end because I am still working from home for the rest of the week. So it's just gonna get dirty again, let's be honest. Not dirty, untidy. It's gonna get untidy again. So we're gonna start with the yarn. I have a big bag that I was using for my market. I have one left over. So this is what I'm gonna put all of this yarn in. Let's see how much fits. Okay, we're 2 things down. We've used more than half of this thing, so I'm definitely going to need more of them. I have heaps of tubs, so it should all be fine. I don't know if I'm regretting just throwing these all into one because they are currently separated. Actually, you know what? They were separated by yarn type, but I think that's gone out the window over the last year since I probably last arranged this. So this might be also a nice reset. Currently, I'm thinking that this thing, I'm going to lie it on its side and put it under the window over there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping everything fits. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh my gosh. I wrote a pattern for this like blueberry ice cream. I have no idea where the notes for it are. I forgot about this. Oh my God, standing up is gonna be hard. Yeah. This is life after 30. Okay, well, we are 1 bag down, which is pretty good. That is more than half of what I had in here. I know you can't see my head or me talking, but that's fine, right? Oh, I missed one. Cheeky. So this is basically all of the yarn that I have that is not like plushy yarn. Honestly, so much of this is from the first market I ever had, and I don't really use it anymore because now I have my own plush yarn that I prefer to use because it doesn't shed. It'll probably be good to go through that actually and see what I've got so that I can use it up maybe. All right, 1 bag down. I'm gonna get a tub and chuck all this stuff in a tub, I think, and then we will call this pretty much done on the yarn front. Very good. I have my tub and we have a new angle just to spice things up, you know? So let's get this stuff in here. Oh my gosh, this white honestly feels like it's just going to collapse if I try to use it. I forgot how sheddy these yarns are. It has actually been a while since I've used them. This is a cupcake that my friend Lucy made me for my birthday, and I think I've just found the yarn that maybe she used. It goes very well as a cupcake, so that's a very good idea for those. This is the Big Twist Posh that I got when I was in America, and I intended to do a comparison of Big Twist Posh and my Patty's Plush. So let me know if you want that, and I will get it sorted. But for now, I'm going to pack it. I also think this yarn would make a really cute cupcake. Please close. Ooh. Yes. Done. Woohoo. Amazing. I feel accomplished. And it hasn't even been that long. Very good. All right, let's talk about what's next. I'm holding you in like the world's most awkward position, but I still have all of this yarn to empty out of here. However, there's also a lot of other stuff in here. There's like books and like a whole bunch of craft stuff in this section down here as well. Look at that watch tan. Ugh. Anyway, lots to do in this one. I started with the yarn because it's like kind of easy. I can just throw it in things. I don't have to worry about stuff breaking or whatever, but I think the next bits are going to be a little bit harder. So I might actually go and have lunch because I am currently on my lunch break. It is Thursday lunchtime. My desk arrived yesterday, which is the day that I'm in the office. So I have today, I have tomorrow, and then I will have the weekend to get this done. I'm really hoping that I can be in like a new office space for Monday when I start work. Let's see how that goes though, because I do have a few plans this weekend, so we'll see. But anytime I'm working on this, I will bring you on the journey. So for now, it's lunchtime and I will see you when I figure out what the next step is. Also, remember how at the start of this video, I was like, I have a new microphone and I hope it sounds better, etc. I hadn't plugged it in to the camera. I had it on me and I had the receiver on the camera, but I hadn't actually plugged the receiver into the camera. So I just thought I'd call myself out, and hopefully the sound is actually different now than it was at the start of the video. But either way, at least today there are no power tools. The wind isn't like crazy. So hopefully the sound is fine either way. But I think the real test will be when one of those two things is happening. Anyway, I hope the audio is going better and see you soon. We're back. It is Friday afternoon. I've kind of been doing this in like bits and pieces. My desk has even more stuff on it than last time we spoke. But today I'm going to tackle this cupboard of doom. You can't see anything. One sec. This cupboard of doom. Oh gosh. Yay! There is so much stuff in this cupboard. Aye. It's the hardest part. I'm not moving any of the other furniture out yet. There is a whole bunch of stuff that I can just like pull out, rearrange, pull back in, and that's fine. But I really need to empty. This dresser is so heavy even on its own. So I really do need to like empty it in order to be able to move it. And it is moving the furthest. It's going from here all the way to the other side of the room. So that is this afternoon's job. We are going out tonight, so I probably only have like maybe like half an hour maximum to work on the craft room this afternoon before I need to like get changed, get ready and leave. So let's see what we can get done. I'm really hoping that most of this stuff just fits in this tub. I don't know how that's gonna go. Oh, my safety eyes I painted. This is why my desk is messy. I just chuck stuff on it as I find it and don't know what to do with it. I realize putting things into the cupboard I'm emptying is like counterproductive, but one thing at a time. Oh my God, I should probably just use some of all of this yarn that I've accumulated, hey? I have so much of these like chenille black and like mustard colors. I don't know, can I make bees out of these? Thoughts? It's not like a bright yellow, it's like a mustardy yellow. Ay, ay, ay. I literally have so much of it. Okay, into the box, into the box. It upsets me that I am combining blanket and chenille yarn in here. But that's what the rearrange is for. Oh, my Aldi yarn. I forgot about this because it's been up the back. Oh boy, all right. There is also still some yarn up here that I guess I'll chuck in since there's a bit of space. Still, I actually think this is all my yarn packed up in boxes. That is a milestone. We're taking it. Nice. Okay, I think the next thing is emptying this little section in here. So I'm going to do that now. And then I think I'm gonna feel pretty accomplished. I'm gonna feel like we're really very close. I'm hitting the point where I'm running out of steam. I feel like packing up is so much worse than unpacking. Unpacking, it feels like you're near the end, whereas packing up, it's like, I gotta pack this all up and then I'm gonna have to unpack this all after I rearrange all of my furniture. Why do we do this to ourselves? Anyway, it'll all be worth it. I will have a standing desk and I really would like to start Monday with a standing desk and my new work setup. So let's go. Most of what is in here, I started making a cockatoo by Crow with the Flow so long ago, and I think looking at this, I used a way smaller hook than I use now and probably really tight tension. So I'm not sure this is ever going to turn into something. Maybe I should just like turn it into a snowman. I have already made a crow with the flow cockatoo. It's a really good pattern. I highly recommend all of her patterns. They're all amazing. But I think this one in particular, if I tried to keep making it, my tension would be so different. I need to just, maybe I'll make it a snowman for Christmas. We are in April. Anyway, this is a cross stitch of my Patty cat. Isn't she cute? This is actually a free cross stitch pattern on my Ko-fi. So if you're a cross stitcher and you like cute tabby cats, feel free to go grab it. This is a lot of work.
What? That's brand new information. Oh, you did the room plan. It's fine.
I did the room plan. I know. You want to help?
Nope.
We're getting somewhere. It's empty. I'm going to pull these shelves out and then my husband's going to help me move it. And this is going to be the first thing to move. I'm very excited. I'm also very, very tired of this project already. We did it. Look at that. Woohoo! I do need to vacuum still, but let's see how it looks here. Look at that. I think it is looking good. I'm happy with where we've got it. Next step is vacuuming and then tackling the desk so that we can take that out of here. Wish me luck. I think with this desk, I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff back into that dresser, which is not where it belongs, but I just need to like clear it off so that I can move it out. I don't know. I feel like this is a lot of double handling, moving things around, but is this how everyone moves? It's the only way I can think of doing it. And I'm going to show you, before I start doing this, I'm going to show you what my spare room looks like because it is like full of boxes and stuff from this room. So let's have a look at that. Look at this. So hectic. What do you reckon, Bango? All right. Why do I have so much stuff? I find so much stuff that I don't use. I do use this for like making tutorials, but this tripod thing, I never use this anymore. This afternoon I might be putting some stuff on Marketplace. Okay, the desk is mostly clear and now I need to unplug everything and I think that's going to be difficult. So I'm going to just skip through that and not film it because I don't know, it's not very interesting. Okay, this is where we're up to. We ran into a bit of trouble because there was no holes for this cable management. I did some very clever work with a drill. However, the drill holes were not quite deep enough because I panicked that I was going to go all the way through the tabletop. So we are finding a solution, but we're nearly there. You're on my new desk. I'm so excited. This is the best. And now comes time to pack everything back away. It is very, very messy. Good luck to me. Okay, time to put the yarn back in this holder. So let's go. These are also warm from sitting in the sun in there. Oh man, I don't know how I had these. This was always going to be the problem, wasn't it? I think I'm going to do full skeins in here. There's no real rhyme or reason to these colors, which is dangerous. That's how I ended up forgetting what I had last time. I'm running out of steam here, team. I don't have the energy. I'm sorry if this is painful watching me just put random colors in, but it is what it is. One box down. Okay, this bag was mostly non-plush, so let's see what we got in here. I think it's gonna go over here. Maybe I get rid of these. I think I'm gonna get rid of my balls of this yarn. I have a lot of it. And I don't think I'm gonna use it. This is absolutely not all going to fit, and I lost this box here because I put our internet stuff in it. I left that all there. It is a little bit of a waste of this space, but I don't know what else to do with it really, so that's a bummer. This is definitely not all gonna fit. I had more space in that cupboard though, so I could put stuff in there, whatever doesn't fit in here. And I do have more space on top of here, so as Kieran told me earlier, I could, in theory, put some up there, but I think if I did that, I'd want like a basket or something to put it in, and I'd want it to be like the yarn that was for like the next project I'm working on, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna continue and see where I can get to with this. I am very sorry for any pain caused by the fact I just shoved these in, but we are pretty desperate for space, so it is what it is. I really gotta start crocheting. Maybe I need to start making these videos and start crocheting a bit more, you know what I'm saying? Aye. All right, onwards. Okay, I have filled in that little like side shelving. I don't know what to call it. I don't know why I keep like not knowing what to call it. Anyway, the little cube storage is now full. I am a little bit annoyed that I have like kind of taken away a box from myself for the internet, but I don't know. If you have a solution for that, let me know. I don't know if there's some kind of like, I don't know, box thing that I could put it in that would work and that I could have a little bit more space above it. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to move on to filling this up, but the first thing I need to do is put the shelves in it because I took the shelves out to move it because they have glass on them, which felt dangerous. That is the next step. I do still have stuff in that bag that I was unpacking, but it's like Bango's blend and then a few other little offcuts, so I'm gonna figure out what to do with them. I might end up putting them in a basket or something. I need to think of a project to use. So that TBC on that little bag of stuff. Time to put these bags of yarn back in here. Let's see how we go. One bag down. Now this is a blanket yarn bag. In another life, this would have been full of books. Okay, I think I need to go get more blanket yarn to keep filling this in. I'm pretty sure this tub is stuff that was in there, so that's where I'm gonna put it. Oh, my Aldi yarn is in here, so it definitely was in this dresser, if not up here. It's really no wonder that I keep losing, like forgetting what yarn I've got, because I know that there's no real rhyme or reason to how I'm putting this in, but it's just the way it's gonna go, you know? I really should get rid of this like velvety black yarn. I don't use it. I have a lot of different kinds of blues. Split it up. I know that's bad, but it's happening. That is that container done. I actually think that this shelf before had like Lego and stuff on it, but it doesn't anymore. That might be able to go somewhere else now. It's currently on our bookshelf in the sunroom, so maybe that's where the Lego can live now. I'm getting really warm, so I think it's time for a drinks break. I might like figure all of this out without filming because the battery is dying, and then I will come back and maybe I'll just show you the grand reveal from here. So I hope you have enjoyed this much of doing it with me, and see you, I hope, later today for a bit of a reveal. If not, tomorrow sometime. I'm determined to have this done by the end of the weekend. All right, see you soon. Hello. As it turns out, I never filmed like a wrap up of this whole craft room. I think the last thing I filmed was just a little walkthrough of it. And that was like almost 2 weeks ago now. So I am back with a little wrap up review of how the whole craft room is going. And guys, I love it. I love it so much. I did this 2 weekends ago now, and I have been working in this office for the last week and a little bit, and I'm like really not over it. I love having this little bit of green in here. I love the way that my yarn is set up now. I adore having my armchair like right next to my desk. When I sit in it and work now, I actually have spaces to like put my cup of tea and put my pattern that I'm working on. Everything doesn't have to just sit on my lap, which it did when it was in the old position, and I don't know. I'm not over it. I still love it. Every time I walk in here, I feel really happy. And I think that is the point, right? And it's so nice to have been able to create this space and rearrange this space so that I love spending time in it, because the reality is I spend a lot of time in here between the like 7 hours a day or more, 8 hours a day that I work. And most of those days are work from home days at the moment, plus the time that I'm in here crafting, plus the time that I'm just kind of like, I don't know, hanging out or needing to get things or do things in here. It is where my like regular computer is. So anytime I'm doing work on the yarn business or on my Etsy or anything like that, I am in this room. And so it is so nice to just have a space that I love. I highly recommend doing a big craft room overhaul if that's something you've been thinking about. I had like the impetus, obviously, because I bought a standing desk, which is kind of where the whole idea of this rearrange came from. And I will say that I also really love the standing desk. It has been great. The only complaint that I had was that it came with the wrong plug. It came with like a USA plug, and I don't know if you can tell by my accent, but I am not in the USA. I am in Australia. So that was a bit of a bummer, but they were really good at like fixing it up. They offered me either like to give me a partial refund so I could get an adapter, or just to send out the new plug, which is what I opted for because I wanted to be able to plug it in easier. I did, in the meantime, use an adapter until it arrived, and it was just a bit annoying. It kept kind of falling out. So I'm really glad that that was fixed up with like zero hassle, and I have been loving alternating between sitting and standing while working. I haven't yet stood up while I've been crocheting though. That is something that is maybe still to come when I have a longer stint of crochet work to do. I'm going to show you one thing that I have been working on in the last couple of weeks, and it is a little commission that I have been working on of like a dog and a cat from my market the other week. Let me grab them and I will show you. This is the little dog and here is the cat. They were a lot of fun to work on, and the reason I'm bringing it up is that these were mostly done after this whole craft room reset happened, and they are what has like highlighted to me how nice it is to be able to like sit in that little corner over there and do my work from there. I don't know if you can tell, but I have also been sick for the past couple of days. I just finished playing our like Ultimate Frisbee Nationals over the weekend. I got back late on Sunday night and I basically got sick on Friday night. So I've been sick for like 4 days. I had yesterday off work, and while my husband was sitting in here using our office for his work from home day yesterday, I was feeling a little better in the afternoon, and I just sat in the armchair and I had a little work on this guy while he was working, and it was just so nice to like sit there. He could work, we could still like kind of chat, and it's just you can see that there is sun coming through this window. If I sit in that armchair and look out, I just see beautiful trees and the sky, and I am really, really happy with how all of this turned out. So let this be your sign, if you've been thinking about it, to do a little reset. The cats have also been loving it. I often wake up in the morning to Patty and or Bango sitting on the armchair in its new spot in the sun. So that is an added bonus. If you like this video, please feel free to also give it a like so that I know you like this kind of thing. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should also do that, because we're getting closer and closer to our next milestones, goals on the channel. So if you're just a crochet crafty person and want to help me reach those goals, hit the subscribe button, do those YouTube things, you know? That about wraps me up for this video. So I hope you enjoyed coming on this little journey with me. Let me know what you think of the new craft room, of the new layout, any feedback, any like recommendations of other ways to change it. I'm all ears. Thank you for hanging out, and until the next video, bye.